Looking to dodge the aces and looking to dodge the flush. I haven't gotten called yet. Okay, I mean, that's awesome. Flopping a set. This is a board where overbets are pretty good, so we're going to go ahead and take them. It's a spot where villain has an extremely limited amount of hands better than one pair. So, like, pocket eights and pocket nines are 3-betting at a frequency, so he's not going to have those. Just call this, right? I don't think I've ever, like, studied this node at all. So, like, pocket eights and pocket nines are 3-betting at a frequency. 9 deuce, 8 deuce, both suited and offsuit are all just, like, folding pre. So the only way he has better than one pair is if he has, like, pocket deuces or the frequency set. Yay! That was weird. Peregrine, what are you doing there? It was very weird. Hold on a sec. Lily, how you doing? Queen six, not a terribly interesting raise or anything on the flops. Just go for the call. Hit 2-pair on the turn, which is wonderful. Couple flush draws out there. I think this is always raise if he goes for a sub-pot bet. I think we mix, like, once it gets to overbets, and, like, we get a 30 roll here, so I don't know. That seems like a spot we can just kind of click call, I guess. Ace on the river is a really devastating river. I mean, it's still like he goes all in, we're click and call, but it's a very, very devastating river. It's going to connect with a lot of his semi-bluffs. Not all, but a lot. And the nice thing about having 2-pair here is just we unblock all possible bluffs. Okay, he doesn't go for the all-in, he just kind of sizes down here, and I think my hand is too thin to go for like a value jam, so yeah, just click call. He's got the jack 4, slightly worse 2-pair. Cool, all right, good start. All right, let's stick it in. Okay, well, I mean, we're running ace-king into aces, which is absolutely brutal. Queen or 9? Nope. Which is absolutely brutal, but if this is going to happen, having it happen against a 30 big blind stack instead of any of these other players who have significantly deeper stacks, like, that is the way to go. Hopefully that lasts more than 5 hands, like basically the other tables we've had. And okay, so flopped 2 reasonably high cards and a flush draw. We're going to check raise this reasonably aggressively, even against half pot. This is a board he can bet, like, bigger than half pot on, I'm pretty sure. And we got the 51 roll, which I think is going to have us going for the check raise. Sizing wise, 2.5 is fine. And, like, we're going to have a couple sets on this board. 7s will be, like, reasonably frequent. I'll also have things like queens and jacks going for some check raises. Oh, what devastating of a card is that? So now, like, my queens, jacks, everything doesn't really want to go for value. If I'm check raising, no, I think this goes for check now. I don't know. I don't think I have enough, like, ace X going for the check raise here compared to all the ones that he's going to be betting on the flop and then just, like, floating against the check raise. I could be wrong about that, but this seems right. Plus, you know, we get to keep some bluffs in. We get to cooler some lower flush draws. I guess we'd get to do that anyways, though. I mean, if he has, like, jack 10 of clubs here, he should be shoving it, like, every time. And top 2. How does top 2 do? Well, not great. Not when you're running into top set. I actually had one of the highest equity hands I could possibly have against top set, you know, when we were on the flop at least. But yeah, if you're running into top set, things usually go poorly. Okay, so we're gonna have some high variance here. We are 5-handed and Camacho is shoving over my 3-bet, which I will be calling. And we've got 2 aces on the flop. That's what we got. That's a $1,000 pot. And the recreational player left here, so this table is going to be breaking in a moment, unfortunately, but at least we got to pull 500 bucks off it. This guy only has 20 bigs, so I'm just going to ship it on him with ace queen. Get called. So that's how it's gonna be, huh? That's how it's gonna be. He calls off his stack with Jack 10 offsuit, instantly flops a straight. Now I have 2 pair, which means I have outs. I can hit an ace or a queen or running kings, or a running Jack 10 actually for a chop. But no, that's not okay. Because you're playing shorthanded, you're playing wider ranges. When players are playing tighter ranges, you have to respect people's ranges. Like you're in a 9-handed table, you go for the raise under the gun, middle position 3-bets you. You have to be insanely tight. You see a lot less of that in 6-max games. In fact, even less in shorter-handed games. So, I mean, villain can have aces, 8s and deuces, and 10-8 probably shouldn't be things. Pocket 10s maybe once in a while, but pocket 10s likes to do a lot of just like flatting pre. Brilliant turn card. We also have the block against any sort of flush draw here. The main concern here is just pocket aces. And like from these positions, he can absolutely shove pocket aces pre a whole bunch. I don't think shove is ever the play. But like half pot, there's like quarter pot again. I feel like that was slightly too big. I don't think it matters. Like Jack 10 shouldn't really be here, Queen 10 shouldn't be here, King 10 is impossible. So I don't know, there's what, like Ace 10? Ace 10 and Ace Queen? Like 2 combos? Yeah. We're sticking it in, of course. Looking to dodge the aces and looking to dodge the flush. I haven't called yet. Ooh, 8-7 is no good, my friend. The pocket kings collect a stack. Mr. Human. Mr. Human is the guy who had the 8-7 suited against my kings. We are going to go to 19 here out of the big blind. Get shoved on, snap call, and we are a heavy favorite. He has outs though. Hey, there we go, we hold. We got 6s, we're going for the call. Could go for a 4-bet. Like that's completely legitimate, just like 4-bet call off. And he starts off with quarter, and like I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't think 6s should be doing much raising in this spot, but I mean, Solver does some pretty crazy things. Oh, you know what else does pretty crazy things? Dealer. All right, thank you for that 6. I mean, like, we want to check back some reasonably strong hands here. Check back like a whole bunch of 10s. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm never gonna check back with 6s. And I feel like just half pot is the play here. That's reasonable. It sets up for like the pot size river jam. The fold with the gutter. I mean, I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume it is. And okay, so the 5 pairs, he can have like a few 5s, like an ace 5 or even just like a 5-4 going for the check call on turn. And then, yeah, I mean, there's only one play here, and it's all in, 137 into 126. And guys, I do want to note, I clicked sit out next hand before this hand, or before we got involved in this hand. Oh no. Okay, set over set. All right. So whatever was happening there, I was expecting to win, but we're bound out of that one, and I'm also going to get off the table where Kanye is just sitting me for 2 hands every 5 minutes. Okay, so like, I don't know, up against a random player here who's playing half a stack, I'm just going to defend a little bit wider in my big blind. Ace-6 offsuit against a 2.5x from the cutoff is, well, it's a fold, but it's close enough I'm willing to go ahead and play it. And I mean, it gets better as this player gets looser. I wish he'd bet a little smaller here. I don't think I should be folding any ace. Having the heart here is below average because, you know, I'm potentially going to block some of his heart draws. And now it's above average because we block some flushes. So gonna go for the check here. If he fires the third, especially if he goes all in, like even though I have top pair and I don't know, an okay blocker, I'm still might fold. It's an annoying spot to be in. Like this guy seems like pretty crazy over a very small sample. And like if he's the type of guy who'll just like triple barrel Jack 10 offsuit here, then we just need to snap call every time. He's not going for the all-in either, so we're getting a bit of a better price. I'm going to click call here, but I'm going to acknowledge that, you know, this is a mediocre bluff catcher. Well, okay, so he is that type of guy because he's double barreling pocket eights here, which is a bit of nonsense, but I mean, if you hit the river, I mean, that's rough. They got $25, $50 blinds. Did they get rid of the 100, 200? Okay, this is a call. But either way, you can play for a lot of money if that's something you're into. All right, we win the flip with the ace-king. No complaints about that. So, multi-way out of position, we're just kind of checking everything here. This is the splashy guy. We like this guy. This is a scary spot if Keg starts betting. If this guy starts betting, you know, we don't care. Yo, what's up, Janny? Sandy? Raj? So, I mean, I'm just going to let this guy keep betting and hopefully he's not rivering a full house against me again. I think there's more value in just going for check calls here and just like letting him spew off with random stuff than there is like check raising against him. And yeah, we're going for the call. He could easily be going for value with worse hands here anyways, just like triple the ace jack. I don't think this one's close, and yeah, there's the random cards. So, I mean, his random cards hit the full house with the pocket ace last time. This time, they were drawing dead on the turn. Not usually gonna happen. Guys, I have a full house. So blind versus blind, he bet flop, I raised, he checks to me on turn. I bet turn, he raises, and it's just going to take a moment here and then click call, and then ideally it all goes all in on the river. And I mean, also ideally he just has a worse hand. I don't think he's check raising turn with like Jack 7 unless maybe it's exactly Jack 7 of spades, which frankly is the only combo available unless he's playing offsuit Jack 7s. Queen 9, okay. No, Queen 9's no good. All right, take down the pot. The first thing that pops into my head is Queen 9 offsuit sucks. I don't even have a good reason for it. I don't know why. Oh, hello. But I don't know. Apparently I don't like Queen 9 offsuit. That was just like the emotional response there. So, probably should have just squeezed this pre, but flatted in the small blind, which I mean, I think theoretically is just perfectly fine. Go for a call here. I mean, if he has an ace, money should be going in unless he's crazy passive somehow. But, you know, we want to give him the opportunity to improve his bluffs or keep firing his bluffs. Money methods for you, it's pocket nines. This is the incorrect time to hate on pocket nines. Call. Scratch that, I hate pocket nines. Guys, my full house has been counterfeit. Do people bluff this line? 3 aces on board, like he rips here. Do people ever bluff this? He's thinking about it. He goes for the check back, we're good.